Hi everyone, this is the National Master Alessandro Santagati, and in this video we'll go forward with the knight in games. In the last video, I said that it's very important when we put attention about this kind of game, understand that the more the pawn is advanced, the more will be hard for the knight to block this pawn. But the same thing for the side, because more this pawn is close to the side, so in this case the a file, more will be hard for the knight blockade. So in general, we can say that the rook pawn is very hard to block for a knight in general. And in this case, the black can still draw, because the square to block is a7, and it's possible to take a7 is with c8, is with king b5. So the two squares are far, and for this reason the black will draw. We can see it. The white can try to attack the knight, then knight a7, king b6, and yeah, it's true, the king is attacking the knight and scoring b5, but not c8. And for this reason, at the end, the black will draw and nothing to do, because again the check, and I can go back and it would be an easy draw. It's very different if the pawn is in the seventh rank, and we can see it. If the pawn is in the 7th rank, yeah, now the knight can block the square a8, but the question could be, how many squares has the knight to block this square? In this case 2, because b6 and c7 in theory. And the problem is that the white king can take both the squares at the same time, and for this reason the white will win. We can see it. I go with the king c6, now the only move is knight a8, and now after king b7, the knight is lost, and the white pawn will go to take a queen, and the white will win this endgame. So for this reason it's very important to pay attention about where is the pawn, because a square can be very different. If the pawn is on a6, black can draw, but if the pawn is on a7, the white can win. So we must pay attention about that. Now we focus attention about a similar position, but with a central pawn. This position is similar because the pawn is in the 7th rank, but now it's a central pawn, and we must focus attention about the promotion square, so e8 in this case. And the question can be the same. How many squares has the knight to cover e8? In this case 4, because c7, d6, f6, g7. We must pay attention about c7 and g7 are two squares far, so for the white king it would be impossible take both the squares at the same time, and for this reason the black can draw easily. And we can see it. I try to go with the king, but knight e8, and when I try to go with my king, the enemy knight can go away, and black can take an easy draw, because it will be impossible make progress for white, and for this reason will be a draw. So we must pay attention about where is the pawn, if the pawn is a central pawn, or if the pawn, for example, is a rook pawn, because it can be very different for the knight, and where is the pawn. In general, when the pawn is in the 7th rank, and when the pawn is a rook pawn, it would be impossible to stop it, so it's very important to pay attention about that. Thank you for the attention, and see you for the next video. Bye! Remember to follow me on social networks and share the video with your friends. Thanks!